Okay, this is Julie here for Title Sports Network. Good to be back with Alen Babic. It's been a long time, but the entertainer is back, headlining a show against Johnny Fisher. It's really good to see you, my friend. How's things with you?
Thank you very much. It's perfect. Just being here on this salon makes me feel special, and makes me feel like I did everything I need to get back. I did a lot. To think it was hard. It's very hard to get back, but I'm back.
Yeah, and it's, as you say, to be back on this lawn. We always come to Matchroom, a once a year sort of thing, and sun's out, and it's always for a big show. And this fight in particular is one that deserves to be a headline. It's a really great fight for British boxing fans.
I think it's a really great fight. It's a really big test. It's going to be very public. Let's say everybody will know about it. He brings a lot of eyes. I bring a lot of eyes and ears, and it's going to be an amazing fight. And I just hope that both of us will live up to expectations. We will give you 8-round war, or how many rounds it is. I just want it to be totally crazy.
That's what we come to expect with you, Alen. What do you make of Johnny Fisher, though? Obviously, he's a heavyweight that's been slowly moving up the rankings, and he's come to face you. Basically, all of your wins are via knockout, and he's one that loves a knockout too. What do you make of Johnny Fisher?
Well, like I said to the former interview, I thought more about him when I thought he was just a well-educated kid, smart, articulate and stuff. But now I see he wants to be a tough man. So now I don't think that much because he's not a tough man. I don't know what he thinks about where I come from, but where I come from, those kind of men don't last.
How do you make him regret stepping in the ring with you then?
By just, it's a good question. Just by, I want him to realize that he has no chance, and then I want to end him. So I want to do something terrible. I want him to realize he has absolutely zero chance of beating, and then I will finish him.
It's going to be a great fight either way. But to be at the copper box, you're going to be in his back garden, right? It's going to be behind enemy lines for you. How have you, let's say, prepared for that, or are you prepared to be the bad guy on the night? You're going to play into that character?
Well, listen, I was always in the enemy's territory. I never had a fight at home at Croatia or something like that. So I just so used to it. I was in Poland. I was all around the world. And I was always the underdog, The only thing that I wasn't the underdog, it was the worst fight of my life. So I like being the underdog. I can't wait to be the underdog again, And just love it. I love that part.
Of course, you've had so many moments and memories in your career, and it's not even at a point where people are saying you're in your prime yet. What's a favourite memory? I'm talking outside of the proposal, inside of the ring. That was here, of course, as well. Do you have a moment that you look back on as for right now as to the best?
It was by far Chandel Winter's knockout. That was like just when I hit him with that left, it was just amazing. And I felt so high, bro. I was high on drugs. Even though I never used drugs, I was high on something. And it was just amazing. It happened here, so that's why I love this place, and just amazing.
Have you been keeping notice with the heavyweight division? Obviously, there's a lot gone on over the weekend. Are you someone who watches and keeps up to date?
Well, listen, I was always kind of exclusive fighter. I fight the fights that people want to see. Me and Johnny Fisher mean nothing to Joshua and Fury, but we mean a lot to people. So I'm more interested in those kind of fights, and to, like I said before, to live out to boxing. I'm a worker bee, I like to fight 3 or 4 times a year, and I adore that life. I just adore fight camps. I adore all the filth, all the drama, all the depression. I just love it, I really love it. So I'm in it for that. I'm not in it for I don't know what, legacies or something. I like my life. I love my life. When it's like that.
Of course, that alongside the money and everything else is the most important thing, right? What did you make of the Dubois, the Hrgovic fight? There was a lot going on this weekend. What did you think of that one in particular? It seemed Really good from Dubois, right?
Yeah, but you could see from the start that Hrgovic wasn't there. His punch wasn't there. His power wasn't there. So he had later said he had a bad camp. So at least everything happens for a reason. Dubois had amazing camp, as he says, and he did some very good fights. Gerard Miller against Hrgovic. I think he's just 6 years old. So it's crazy story, crazy. And I think just Hrgovic got caught up in being so big in his own head that he had to fall, just like I had to fall.
What about Wilder? Do you think that's it for him now?
Yeah, I think that's it. He went into boxing to help his little daughter, and he did that. He made them all proud and everything. And I think anything more than what he done would just be going backwards. I just don't think he needs any more money. He's one of the few guys which we look up to that has made everything. He's done it all the things in the boxes, everything. He was hated, he was loved, he was this. I really think it's enough, and I feel pleasure. I feel blessed to be living in an era of Wilder. It's a very good era for boxing.
And the only other talking point off the back of last weekend, obviously unfortunate for Matchroom, it was 10-0 to Queensbury, but the only other talking point I want to bring up is potential of Joshua Dubois now. That would be one of the biggest in British boxing, maybe even British boxing history. It'd be huge at Wembley, right?
You can say that. It could be at least 40,000 people. How much?
Probably 85, 90,000 if it was at Wembley Stadium, yeah.
I didn't even know that. That's even bigger. But yeah, I think that would bring a lot of head to boxing again, and it's a superstar. Superstars fighting. Dubois is now a superstar. When he beat Hrgovic, I think he deserves the status of a superstar, and only 26 years old, it's crazy. So yeah, I would like that fight.
Well, maybe if you match yourself up with a Queensbury or Frank Warren fighter, we might see you on the undercard too.
I hope so. Listen, I'm fighting every single fight people want to see. I was always a people fighter, people champion, as they call me sometimes, and I'm just gonna play the role. Bring whoever. I don't care about it. They offered me Johnny. I said yes, and then I was begging for the fight. Please make it happen, because I know people want to see it, want to see what he's made of. My chin is back. My chin was gone when I was in Dubai and stuff. When I fall down in the first round, my chin was gone, but now my chin is back. I don't have zero doubt in my chin. That is the most important thing of my boxing.
Where did it go?
It just went, because I don't even remember being punched in that fight, so it was crazy. Something happened. I don't know. I still don't know. Don't bring me back to the dark place.
A final one, message to Johnny Fisher. This is one of the biggest fights of your life, right? Same goes for him. It's just such a great fight. What's your final? Well, not final. You're going to see him a lot more in the build-up. What's your message to him?
Johnny, my brother, the same message as I did before. I appreciate you more, and I was maybe even. I thought you're going to be a very good fighter because you're smart. Because you have well manners. Because I thought you're different, but now I see you want to be a tough guy. So I'm gonna say welcome. I'm gonna welcome you to the tough guys game. I'm gonna show you what tough guy is.
Nice. Thank you very much. I really appreciate your time.